All right, so we're looking at a Hyundai Azera, however you pronounce that, right? Azera, Hyundai Azera. And this model is a 2007 model, made March 14th of '07. So we're looking at a 2007 Azera model, and we did all new brakes on it, right? So we replaced the brakes on the back and on the front. On the front, we went ahead and replaced not only the brakes, but we replaced the calipers on both sides. They were in real rough shape. So right now, this oxidation is because it's raining, and that's what happens. But that'll all get smooth once you drive and the brake pads clamp and clean all that off. Anyways, we're getting brake fluid out of everywhere except this back passenger rear tire's not getting brake fluid. So I thought maybe he has a bad caliper back here too, right? So there is the bleeder for the rear caliper, and when you crack it loose, nothing comes out. And this line, nothing comes out of. This is the rubber line. I'll zoom out so you can see. This is the rubber line that comes into the caliper back here, and the rubber line goes into the metal line. So if the caliper was clogged, right? Let's say that the caliper's got a clog in it and it's not getting any fluid. If that were the case, you should still see fluid come out of that metal line up there, right there. But nothing comes out of there. So if the caliper was clogged, no fluid would come out of the caliper, but fluid would come out of there. So there's no fluid coming out of there. So this wheel is not getting any fluid to it. So then I brought my attention, because all the other wheels bleed fluid. So then I brought my attention over here. And this is the master cylinder, and I'm going to get my pointer so I can show you a little better with the pointer what's going on over here. So here's your master cylinder, and it's full of fluid, right? You pour fluid in it. There's the master cylinder reservoir, and then your primary and your secondary, right? So I already bled it here. I bled the master cylinder there just to make sure that there was no air in it. So I started bleeding it here, then I bled it there, I bled it there, I bled it there on the bottom where it connects down here. So I bleed all those connections on the master cylinder just to make sure I don't have any blockage anywhere. This is the ABS pump, and so I bled it on this line and that line, and those are the lines that come up here. Those are the main lines going to the master cylinder. So took care of all that, and then I went and I started bleeding all the individual brake lines. So if you look here, these all go to the different wheels, right? So there's 4 wheels. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe these 2 are for the back wheels in the middle, and this one and the one in the outer corner back there, that's the other one for the front. So when I cracked this loose here, fluid bled out. When I cracked this loose, fluid also bled out of this one from the front. And when I cracked this one loose for the back, fluid bled out of there. But this one right here with the white out on it, no fluid came out of it. And if you follow those lines, they bend up over here, they come this way. You see where they twist up this way, and then they go down here, and you'll see them right here. 1, 2, 3, 4 lines, and they go down under the vehicle all the way towards the back, under the gas tank, and out to the back wheels. So those 4 lines are your brake fluid lines coming out of your ABS pump. And this pump has a number on it of some sort. I don't know how well how well you can read that. TGESP. And then what else does that say there? I can't make it out, man. 100 something. $106, it looks like. Let me try to get closer. Yeah, 106 TE. So yeah, GESP 1006, not 106, 1006 TE. And that's an E, that's not a F. It's hard to hold the phone down in here. It's got another number there. On the bottom, so I'll just hold still. Hopefully the camera will see it, because in my angle I can't see it. But those are your numbers on your fuel pump. This is not getting any fluid out of this line right here at all. So there's a problem internally happening in the pump, because the pump is getting fluid coming in here and fluid coming in there, and it's getting fluid coming out of the master. But for some reason we're dry here. It's the only one that's dry and no fluid. So I think there's a malfunction, cloggage of some sort in the pump itself, where this particular fitting goes. So I'm going to disconnect it, see if I can see anything in there, but most likely he's going to need to replace this power steering pump. As you can see, it's buried down in there, bolted up against the frame. Got to take the wheel back off and get to a couple bolts from underneath, and then from the top also got to fish it around. Got to disconnect this electrical harness here and move this back and out of the way to have a little more room in here to pull it out from the top. Obviously had to remove the air filter box. Hold the phone the right way for y'all. I had to remove the whole entire air filter box out of the way with the computer attached to it. Just kind of bent it out of the way over there, and that gave me access in this area here, and it's buried all the way back in there. So what's happening is these wheels will spin, right? That wheel and the other wheel on the back side, passenger side, will spin. This wheel will lock up. If I hit the brakes, this wheel on the driver's side, on the driver's rear, will lock up. And then what I do is I crack this little bleeder open, and it relieves the pressure, and then you'll be able to spin it again. It'll release, but then when you hit the brake, you pump fluid in here again, and it locks up again. And then the same thing over here. This one's working fine, and then this one will lock up the same, and then you crack the little bleeder right there open, and it relieves the pressure, and then this will spin also. So anyways, I'm gonna end the video there. It's a Suzuki Azera, and that's the situation we got going on with it. So we're gonna do our best to figure out what is going wrong, put on our little thinking caps and think. But if I had to place a bet right now, I would say it's the ABS pump has a malfunction inside where that line is not letting any fluid coming out, and it's gonna need a new power steering, a new ABS pump. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye.